First thing I have to say is I love the energy out there today. Keep it coming the whole day. Let's get this started. Jonathan Lopez, 2020-2021 Senior Class President. Please come forward.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2021 graduation ceremony for Los Altos High School. I'm the Senior Class President, Jonathan Lopez. Audience, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the National Anthem. Men, please remove your hats and caps for the flag salute. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Good evening. My name is Jeff Hess, and I am the honored and proud principal of Los Altos High School. I now have the honor of introducing you to the leaders of the Hacienda La Puente Unified School District, and I continue to thank each of you for this opportunity to serve as principal of this great school. I also need to thank all of you for your unwavering support in providing these graduation ceremonies for all of our high schools in this unpredictable school year. The Board of Education, Mr. Jeffrey Delatorre, President. Dr. Joseph K. Chang, Vice President. Ms. Christine H. Salazar, Clerk. Mr. Anthony Duarte, Member. Ms. Stephanie Serrano regrets being unable to attend, but sends her wishes of congratulations to all of you. Our Superintendent, Dr. Alfonso Jimenez. And members of the Superintendent's Executive Cabinet, Dr. Judy A. Fancher, Assistant Superintendent, Curriculum Assessment and Instruction, Pre-K-12. Members of the Superintendent's Extended Cabinet, Ms. Yvette Meneses, Executive Director of High Schools. Dr. Angela Lynn, Executive Director, Elementary. Dr. Gregory Buckner, Executive Director, Adult and Continuing Education. And Mr. John Babbitt is here, Chief of Police and Safety. Ms. Belin Bobadilla, Director of Facilities. Thank you all again for being here tonight with us. Welcome and thank you to our distinguished guests, parents, families, and friends for joining us in the celebration of this year's graduating class. Yeah. Tonight would also not be possible with our great admin staff, Mr. Danny Hong, Dr. Samuel Pena, Mr. Daniel Menares, School Office Manager, Mrs. Tina Baines, teaching staff, counselors, and support staff. If you are here, will you please stand to be recognized? Thank you for serving our students and community. Tonight is a reflection of the hard work you put in. World's greatest Conquer families and world's greatest senior class. We are going to start this part of our ceremony a little differently than normal, in that I want to begin with a moment of reflection, prayer, or thought for everything we have all gone through over the last 14 months. Please join me for a short moment at this time. Thank you. For the first time since March 13th, 2020, we are together as a family in one place. It may still be a little different than normal, but I am so excited to see everyone here celebrating all of you. The class of 2021. Seniors, take a look at all of this love all around you embracing you today. Since March 13th, you have faced one of the toughest, most confusing, most controversial time of your lives. And during this time, you have felt loss in so many ways. Loss of loved ones, loss of school, loss of seeing your friends, loss of special events. But through that loss, you have had to redefine yourself in so many ways. You learned how to learn differently. You learned how to love differently, how to communicate differently. Much of what I just mentioned has helped you grow. You see, it's always important to look at the positive and not dwell on the past. As the world changed, so did you in many amazing ways. Many of you now know how to live in a futuristic world that had left many of us older people behind. Many of you have strengthened bonds with friends and family that are closer than ever. You have come to a point where you now cherish and respect the small things you may have taken for granted in the past. I challenge you to not look at the past 14 months as a negative. Look at it now as a triumph. Be proud that you made it, we made it, and that the future looks brighter than ever. One of the biggest jobs we have at Los Altos High School is to educate you to prepare you for college, career, and the next steps in your lives. But we are also here to help your parents turn you into good people who leave Los Altos with the school values in heart: honesty, excellence, achievement, respect, and teamwork. We want you to be the best citizens of this world, and that is about the person you are and the person you strive to be in the future. You matter, you are loved, and you are the greatest ambassadors of our future. Conquerors continue to conquer, and all of you will see success you haven't even dreamed of yet. I truly believe this for each and every one of you. One of the other parts of Los Altos that makes LA so special and a destination school for so many is the amazing culture we have here. That culture is not limited to just you, the students. It is from this entire community of family and friends around us. Seniors, do me a favor. In a second, I'm going to ask you to stand and face your supporters here today and give them the loudest, sincerest, and strongest ovation and cheers you have ever given them. Are you guys ready? Yeah, you guys ready? Stand up and let them hear it. Let's go. Thank you. You may be seated. On behalf of our entire staff and community, I cannot thank you enough for the dedication and passion you have put into the school over the past 4 years. You have meant so much to the entire Conqueror community in so many ways that will exist in Los Altos history for eternity. Becoming a Los Altos alumni is something very special because of how powerful being a Conqueror will always be. We are so proud of all of you and cannot wait to hear about all of your future endeavors. Today is a celebration of you. And remember, once a conqueror, always a conqueror. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce Ana Maria De La Torre, ASB President, for her address.
Thank you, Mr. Hess. Good afternoon, School Board President Jeffrey Della Torre, School Board members, Superintendent Dr. Alfonso Jimenez and Cabinet, administrators, faculty, family, friends, and of course, my fellow 2021 graduates. My name is Anna Maria Della Torre, your ASB President, and it is my honor to be speaking in front of all of you here today. From our first steps through the main entrance to our last step off the stadium today, our journey has been a long one. 20,736,000 seconds to be exact. And even though as conquerors we've spent these 20,736,000 seconds together, it felt like it all went by in one instant. Now in our current circumstances, we tend to think of the moments we lost, the time we lost. But when we look back onto these memories 10 years from now or even 10 hours from now, we have to appreciate the time that we were able to share. See, these seconds, these minutes, these hours, that's what makes up this place in our mind we call high school. We should reflect on the first anxiety-ridden hours on our first day of school back in 2017, where no one had any idea what to expect. We should remember those awkward 30 seconds it took to build up the courage to go back through the lunch line to get a spork. We should remember those thrilling 5 minutes of participating in our first Conquer Crazy section and not knowing the chants, so we would just yell randomly along while Tokyo Drift blasted in the background. We should reminisce on that energized hour we had in our up-themed homecoming rally, where we came together as a class and recognized our differences. And we should cherish those 3 golden minutes we spent screaming in unison at last year's Clash of the Classes rally, encouraging Monty to keep dancing. Now, these recollections weren't all ideal, but we have to embrace those imperfect moments too. There were instances where we wished we could just stop and press rewind on life. But we have to recall these uncomfortable moments where we felt failure, pain, injustices, and loss. On those moments of shock and disbelief after learning that a beloved faculty member, treasured classmate, or loving family member passed away. See, no matter how many times we wish that we could go back into time, we conclude that the clock continues to tick and the dial continues to spin. See, to truly appreciate the light, we must have experienced the darkness. And it was both the good and the bad times that led us to the collection of stories and memories that we call high school. From lifelong partners that have stuck with us through thick and thin, to those friends we haven't talked to since the 9th grade, to your teammates who have shared the agony of defeat and the thrill of victory, to those fellow performers who would treat you out to Denny's after a show, to those close bandmates who trudged through those 5 a.m. wake-up times to rehearse for a competition, we thank you. See, these people have made an impact on your life and assisted you in navigating the complexities of adolescence. We acknowledge and thank our families who have supported us along this journey. For me, I thank my mom and my dad for their constant encouragement and unconditional support that granted me the insight to make the most of my school experiences and make them meaningful. I thank my educators from pre-K to today for exposing me to moments that sparked my curiosity and motivated me to think for myself. We thank our teachers, our counselors, our administrators at Los Altos, who are willing to show their support in any way, especially through this virtual divide. They were willing to grow a beard in spirit of the countdown until our school is reunited once again. Thanks, Mr. Hess. I thank Mr. Reeder for fostering my growth as a leader, and I thank my entire ASB for sticking by my side through a year that no one foresaw, and yet continued to give their best effort every single day at promoting school spirit and a united student body. So it's been all of these things, the time, the memories, the events, the people, that have helped you discover the person you are today. Your time here at Los Altos was only 20,736,000 seconds, but the lessons you've learned and the people you've met will resonate with you for a lifetime. I believe that high school expert Ferris Bueller said it best. Life moves pretty fast, and if you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. So after we leave here today and we take our last steps on campus as students and our first step as alumni, and we go our separate ways in life, just remember to live every second of it. Thank you. Please welcome Ariel Otek, Renaissance President, as our next speaker.
Thank you, Anna. Good afternoon, families, teachers, Mr. Hess, administration, and of course the graduating class of 2021. My name is Ariel Otek, and I'm honored to be your Renaissance president this school year. For those who are unfamiliar with Renaissance, it is one of the 3 leadership groups on our campus. We focus on presenting our Conquer family with recognitions for their achievements, no matter how big or how small they are. After a year and a half of distance learning, we still managed to make the most of our 4 years of high school. We might have been stuck between, I'm proud of myself, and I have to push myself a little harder. But seniors, this is your time to shine and congratulate yourself on all of your achievements. Going into high school, we hope to create everlasting memories and learn lessons that will stick with us forever. I remember counting the days until I finally became a senior. To finally drive to school, to finally go to prom, to finally walk the stage and be proud of all of my accomplishments. Although our senior year did not turn out as we expected, there has been a great deal of positive during this time. Distance learning opens up opportunities and allowed us to take on new challenges and hobbies, like our very own Monica Ochoa, who was able to open up and expand her thriving macaron business. The time we were given allowed us to spend quality time with our families and actually get along with our siblings. But the most important thing this time has given us was a chance to prioritize our mental health and self-care. Let's take a moment to recognize a few outstanding people. Let's take a moment to recognize a few outstanding groups on campus that definitely deserve a shout out. To our choir students who were able to put on a virtual and drive-in concert to share their amazing voices and families and friends. To the speech and debate team for taking home first place in the OCDL spring tournament, to each sport who was able to compete during this school year. Your hard work and dedication has shown on and off the field or court. To our Conquer family, we were still able to come together and raise nearly $3,000 for our cherished counselor, Miss Mary Mallon, and the PIH Breast Health Center during Renaissance's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Each of these groups and more have been able to persevere through this hard time and continue to do what they love while supporting our community. I would like to take this time to thank our teachers for putting in their best effort through distance learning and engaging their students to continue their education from home. Thank you to the office staff for keeping our teachers and students organized. Thank you to administration for always caring about the well-being of each student. Thank you to Mr. Hess for your devotion and to our school. Your hard work does not go unnoticed. The whole community appreciates each and every one of you. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank some people who have helped shape me. To my grandparents, thank you for prioritizing my academics and supporting all of my decisions. To my sisters, Chanel and Kayla, thank you for being the best older sisters and a mother figure when I needed it. To my little brother, thank you for all the laughs and for always lending a helping hand. To my Renaissance Eagles, your passion for this group has allowed us to continue our mission this past year. To Mr. Reader, thank you for passing down your wisdom to me these past 4 years. To Monty, thank you for pushing me past my limits and providing a safe space for everyone that walked through your door. You will forever be in our hearts. To Noah Gonzalez, you are a phenomenal leader, and I'm thankful to have you as my Renaissance VP. I greatly appreciate all the lessons these people have taught me and will utilize them throughout my future at California State University, Long Beach. Seniors, as we celebrate our accomplishments, make sure to recognize and thank the unique individuals that have helped you grow into the people we are today. And as we move forward into our next chapters, take advantage of all opportunities to sharpen your skills and pursue your dreams. And remember, once a conqueror, always a conqueror. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Anna Maria and Ariel, for those great words and for your service to Los Altos High School. At this time, I would like to take this opportunity to announce some of our special recognitions for tonight. We have 5 retirees we would like to recognize. Christina Baines, our office manager. Patty Higgins, a counselor and former teacher. Ray Shay Chen, our Chinese teacher. Larry Ruggles and Richie Rios, longtime custodians at Los Altos, are all retiring this year. Thank you all for the many years of dedication to this school, this community, and the Conquer family for so many years. We appreciate everything you have done and have given to Los Altos for so long. Good luck and have fun in your retirement. With us today, we will have 36 guests as part of the 12th Annual Teacher Honor Guard over the 3 ceremonies. They were personally invited by Los Altos seniors to participate in the graduation ceremony because of their positive impact on our students. Teacher Honor Guard, please stand so we can acknowledge your commitment to our graduation class of 2021. Thank you. Members of the class of 2021 were invited to compete for this evening's speaking position. The following student has been selected by a panel of teachers and administrators to speak on behalf of the class of 2021. Let me now introduce Alyssa Varela.
Thank you, Mr. Hess. Good evening, school board members, administrators, faculty, friends, family, and most of all, the class of 2021. I am Alyssa Varela, and I'm honored to be here speaking to all of you today. Graduates, our class is one of a kind for 2 reasons. 1, we are the best-looking class that this school has ever seen. And 2, we have had to experience our entire senior year behind a screen. In the midst of our junior year, our entire lives were flipped upside down by this global pandemic. It has been a year of virtual events and accidental unmutings in Zoom. But instead of focusing on the year we should have had, I want to reflect on the 2.5 years we did have. I remember walking onto campus my freshman year, being told that these 4 years would be the best 4 years of our lives, but that they would also be the fastest. We're all guilty of counting down the days until we would be freed from the screaming school bells, the 11:59 p.m. due dates, and the restless finals weeks. Unbeknownst to us, 4 years later, we would be hanging on to the memories of the loud student section at rivalry games, the sweaty school dances, but most of all, we would be hanging on to the friends we made and the lessons that were taught to us. Seniors, we have worked so incredibly hard to have this exact moment, sitting right here on this field like the classes before us. And I know I speak for the faculty here when I say we are beyond proud of you. The culture on this campus is amazing, from Hess getting slimed at our end-of-the-year rally to Ackerman dressing up as a leprechaun. These are the moments that will never be forgotten. These are the things that will occupy space in our hearts forever. This past summer, we lost a very prominent member of our family, Ms. Montgomery, or Monty, as so many of us affectionately called her. Monty was a catalyst for change and a social justice warrior. She was loud, outspoken, and had that motherly tough love for every single one of her students. I had the privilege of having one final private conversation with her just before our schools shut down. In this conversation, I told her how much I was struggling, that I felt isolated, unmotivated, and most of all, I felt overwhelmed. Man, I really did not know what was about to come and how soon everyone would be feeling exactly the same. I was preparing for that motherly tough love and braced myself for a reality check. But Monty took my hand, looked me in the eyes, and said, "You can do this. I know you can, and I love you." I instantly started sobbing, so she got up, gave me a hug, and stroked my hair, admitting to me, "I don't know what I'm going to do when my class of 2021 leaves." And I jokingly replied, "I'm not sure what we are going to do without you." Not a day goes by that I don't wake up and remember that conversation. If I have one piece of advice for all of you as we move forward to the next stage in our lives, it would be to strive to be the light for others that Monty was for us. Be outspoken and stand up for what you believe in. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and show passion. These are simply the things that connect us to each other. Class of 2021, I leave you with the same words Monty left me with. We can do it. I know we can, and I have so much love for all of you. Congratulations, seniors. Once a conqueror, always a conqueror. Thank you.
Thank you, Alyssa. We will now have a vocal selection by Gabriel, Alex Juarez, Nathan Pelayo, and Christian Sanchez. They will sing "Time of Your Life" by Green Day.
Good evening to my friends in the audience. This is for you. a turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Thank you.
That was amazing, gentlemen. Thank you. We have 70 seniors qualifying for Golden State Seal Merit. These are students that receive a high school diploma and earned a proficient or advanced score on the California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress. These students are noted in the graduation program near their name with a special symbol. We also have students showing academic excellence that can be honored in 4 different ways. A student can be a member of CSF, as a high honors member or a life member. They can also be recognized as a 4-year school scholar with a 3.5 to 3.79 GPA, or a 4-year district scholar with a 3.8 and above GPA. These students are also noted in the graduation program with a special symbol near their name, and they will be recognized with distinction as their name is read during the diploma presentations. At this time, can I have any military members and former members in the audience please stand? Thank you. Please remain standing. At this time, I will read the names of our students joining the military. The following students will be serving our country through a military program. Please stand when I say your name. William Carlin Marufo, Marines. Enrique Nieto Jr., Air Force. Nathan Pimental, Air Force. Thank you for your dedication to protecting our great country. You may be seated. The following students have distinguished themselves among their peers as being the top academic students for the class of 2021 at this ceremony. Please stand as your name is called in alphabetical order with the College of Attendance. Abby Hackbarth, UC San Diego. Megan Hackbarth, UC San Diego. Gabriel Alex Juarez, UC Berkeley. Brandon Leung, Mount San Antonio College. George Orr, California Institute of Technology. Scott Pan, Cal Poly Pomona. Anthony Parra, Cal Poly Pomona. Damian Torres, UC Irvine. And Rio Tseng, University of California. University of Southern California, I apologize. Please join me again one more time in applauding these great scholars. Seniors, please stand up and turn around and face the chairs behind you. Many of you may have seen our two chairs in the center of the field just behind our graduating class. The class of 2021 lost a great part of their Conquer family much too soon. Rena Sawerski was a very funny, charismatic, and loving friend to many in this graduating class, and we felt it was appropriate to leave a seat for her at graduation. Rena will always be with you, class of 2021, and she is here with you today as well. Congratulations on your graduation, Rena. We all love you and miss you very much. The class of 2021, along with classes going back to the class of 2004, and the staff faculty at Los Altos High School, also lost a great teacher and friend this past year. Shalom Montgomery and I started together, and since that day, she was a great force here at Los Altos for so many years, and this loss was also deeply felt. We will miss you, our friend, but your legacy will live on forever here at Los Altos High School as we create a strength and wellness center here in your room called Monty's Corner. Thank you. You may be seated. And as I tell you to sit, I always get this one wrong. Let's stand up again. Mr. Delatorre, please make your way to the podium. Board President, Mr. Jeffrey Delatorre, members of the Board of Education, and Superintendent Dr. Alfonso Jimenez. As principal of Los Altos High School, I verify that the seniors before you have met the graduation requirements as set forth by the State of California and the Board of Education of the Hacienda La Puente Unified School District.
Thank you, Mr. Hess. First of all, congratulations, Conquerors. As President of the Board of Education of the Hacienda La Puente Unified School District, I hereby confer upon them their high school diplomas as graduates of Los Altos High School, class of 2021. Congratulations. All right, Conquerors, go conquer the world. Felicidades, padres. Congratulations. Very proud.
Class of 2021, unless you're in the first two rows, you may be seated for the presentation of diplomas. Will the first two rows of each section please stand, keep a 6-foot distance between you and others, and make your way to the stage. In keeping with the dignity of the ceremony, we and the class of 2021 request that you refrain from distractions or shouting out individual names during the presentation so that all families can experience the awarding of their students' diplomas. We will now begin the presentation of diplomas for the class of 2021.
Adriana Aguilar. Alondra Martinez. Ismael I. Aguilar. Isabella Rose Martinez. Sebastian Dior Amador. Kylie Ray Matute. Michelle Arechiga, School Scholar. Eduardo Mendez. John Nicholas Ariano. Fernando Mendez. Valeria Arias Ochoa. Juliana Isabel Monge. Dominique Adriana Barcena. Sofia Morales. Henry Baravino. Fernando Diego Moreno. Alani A. Baraza. Vivian Moreno. Marissa Gabriel Beltran. Stephanie Munguia. Alyssa Araceli Borbon, School Scholar. Enrique Nieto. Joel Tanouk Camacho Gonzalez.
Erica Marie Nunez.
William Hunter Carlin Marufo.
Daniel Ojeda.
Guillermo Carlos.
Valerie Bell Olmedo.
Kaylee Ani Carreto Cardona.
George Lewis Orr.
Caden S. Casillas.
Noah A. Palafox.
Rachel Castro.
Scott Pan, District Scholar.
Larry James Chacon.
Ashley Paredes.
Jessica Jasmine Cisneros.
Anthony James Parra, District Scholar.
Ivan Alexander Contreras.
Isabella Eileen Parra.
Ozzy Cuellar.
Sir Nathan D. Palayo.
Ryan J. Dean, District Scholar.
Isabella Marie Perez.
Luis Diaz.
Nathaniel Alexander Pimentel.
Octavio Gabriel Diaz.
Nicholas I. Porras.
Lene Dominguez.
Diana Araceli Preciado, School Scholar.
Soraya Sage Escobedo.
John Cruz Rangel.
Emily Marie Esparza.
Samantha Rosemarie Rangel.
Madison D. Fell.
Miley Reyes.
Osvaldo Jesus Flores.
Anaí Reynoso.
Florencia Flores Irgrita.
Naibe Reynoso.
Arisha Daniela Fonseca.
Natalie Nicole Richardson.
Ariana Marie Gawana.
Ivan Alessandro Rios.
Andrew Roberts Garcia.
Joseph Daniel Rios.
Jolene Danielle Garcia.
Monica Rodello.
Miranda Isabel Garcia.
Andrew Rodriguez.
Stephanie Monique Garcia.
Ethan James Rodriguez.
Nicolas Garza.
Susana Rodriguez.
Larissa Destiny Gomez.
Wendy Alondra Rodriguez Carrillo, School Scholar.
Joseph Scott Gonzalez.
Miranda Ray Rojas. Itzel Gonzalez.
Christian Romero.
Mariana Gonzalez.
Ivana Romero Reyes, School Scholar.
Sebastian Gonzalez.
Alejandra Holly Romo, School Scholar.
Priscilla Michelle Gresham, District Scholar.
Rosalinda Rosales Luna.
Jessica Nicole Guerrero.
Christian Ernesto Sanchez, School Scholar.
Madison Gates McClendon.
Ruben Gabriel Sanchez.
Jaden Hamilton.
Jacob Santana.
Jose Angel Haros.
Isaiah Kavika Spratling.
Sean Hatch.
Michael Danny Tellis.
Marie Claire Marguerite Hernandez.
Damian Javier Torres, District Scholar.
Vicky Hu.
Genesis Eileen Torres.
Estefania Jimenez.
Nathan Ashton Torres.
Abby Tienen Hackbarth.
Rio Sang, District Scholar.
Megan Tianxin Hackbarth.
Caesar James Valadez, School Scholar.
Jordan Lee Camerick.
Caden Cole Valdez Rocklin, School Scholar.
Cepho Kemp.
George Eric Valdivia.
Jordan Marie Kincaid.
Richard N. Valle IV.
Brandon H. Leong, District Scholar.
Sophia Paulina Vasquez.
Carla Berenice Lomelli.
Raven Jalissa Vehar, District Scholar.
Alondra Lona.
Diego Eddie Vera.
Josue E. Giron Madrigal.
Elora Danon Vicario.
Gabriel Alexander Juarez, District Scholar.
Alexine Jayan Villanueva, District Scholar.
Angel Maciel, School Scholar.
Yasmin Villarreal.
Emma Magana.
Jesse Leandro White.
Sebastian D. Magana.
Alex Jose Zambrano.
David Patrick Maloney.
Joanne Zhao.
Natalie Angelica Lopez.
Brianna N. Zendejas.
Bianca Tolentino Luna. Let's hear it for them one more time. As the students are settling back into their seats, a quick announcement about the COVID procedures for exiting the stadium. We will need all guests in the stands to remain seated at the end of the ceremony. Students will exit the stadium first and will be exited by rows out to the parking lots. We will then exit the stands on each side by section. Please wait for the announcement for your section to leave. And we really thank you and appreciate your help today in following all these procedures.
Will the class of 2021 please rise for the playing of the alma mater?
Thank you.
Anna Maria and Ariel, please join Jonathan for the changing of the tassels.
Class of 2021, please move your tassels from right to left.
And before we hear the loudest Conqueror chant you guys have ever done before, I get to introduce the 61st graduating class of Los Altos High School. Congratulations, seniors.
Give me a C!